All right, so good morning. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be installing the brass deck puck right here on our columns, okay? And we're going to be putting it in, so that means we need to determine our distance from the dock, okay? And then here, and then we're going to see if these pilings have the ability to be drilled. We're going to do that on a sample piling down here. If they don't have the ability to be drilled, we're going to go ahead and just run the wire around the back side and then run it down. And so we're going to be doing them on this one, that one, and that one. That's 4 down this line, and then the 4 over there. Had the wire come in over on this side from our hub. All right, and so we're going to be connecting in a row. We're going to bring our hub to here, and then we're going to be connecting 1, 2, 3, 4 there, back around into here, and you'll see that in the diagram shortly. Okay. So the fixture, looks like this when it's finished. When we take the lens off, the bulb actually is going to go right in here, and the fixture sits over top. You can actually see where it would line up here and line up there at the bottom. So that's kind of how the wire would go out. So what we're going to look for is to make sure that our hole lines up somewhat with the bottom. We want this to be 30 inches up on our post. And we just determined that because we figured that when we're sitting down, it's not going to be in our eyes at night, and we don't want the glare. So we've built a template. All right, this thing's 30 inches, so we're going to make this quick and easy. So that's 30 inches from the ground. We determined which way the lamp went, and then what we're going to do is we're going to come in here. Now that we've determined what our heights are, we want to make sure that we're center on this post, which we're going to do right now. Okay, I got my wire out of the way, and the next thing I'm going to do is set a pilot hole. So I've got my drill. I'm going to set my pilot hole right here in the middle of this opening. I'm going to do that just real easy like that. Okay, and then I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to go ahead and set my drill so it's on high speed, it's on drill, it's full there. And I'm going to drill my pilot hole. All right, that's my pilot hole. Make sure I get all the chips and everything out of my drill bit. And then I'm going to take my second drill bit, which is significantly longer but bigger. Watch my footing so I don't end up wet. I'm going to set this, make sure this guy is set. There we go. Drill. And 2, so that's my speed settings. Work this thing a little bit so that I'm emptying the hole. And I'm through. All right, we're just going to make sure we don't leave trash in the water. Twist these together, okay? And we're gonna feed through our hole. We should be out on the other side, okay? And we're just gonna pull this up into place. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna come back here, and we're gonna set this and screw this in place. Here we're just gonna take this fixture, we're gonna line it up, make sure our hole is center, and then take our 2 deck screws and just run a fastener in there, run a fastener in there. This way when we come back, okay, we're gonna be able to put this over top and line it straight up. And that's what it's gonna look like. Now that we've got these mounted, we know where they're going. The wiring is the next piece. Now that we've been able to install all the fixtures, all right, we've got the fixtures in, we've got them mounted, we've got them centered where we want them. The wire's coming out the back side. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pull wire, okay? We'll come back, we'll put lamps in a little bit, but you can kind of see running down here, we've kind of got our home run stretched out in a general manner that we're gonna kind of run it. The next thing we gotta do is pull wire, and so we're gonna pull wire to every post. Then we're gonna start working on our connections. So what I've got here is a fish stick, I guess is what they call it. I'm not 100% sure its official name. And I'm gonna feed it from one side of the dock to the other. From here to here, we're gonna tape the wire to the end and then pull it back through. All right, great. So we've got our fixture, we've come through here. We're running our wire down the back side. You can show that in a second. We just kind of strapped it in. We're gonna try to make our connection here at the bottom of this post, so it's a little bit out of scene. You can kind of see that there. So I've clipped the little bit of excess off. I've already started to make my connections here. I'm gonna go ahead and make my other connection here, and then I'm gonna clean this up and then just mount my connection right at the bottom here. And and then I'm going to work to the next fixture and work my way all the way back. So what we've done is we've been working backwards. So we hooked this guy up here with our connection there, and then we brought it to here. We came underneath to here, and then connection behind. Then we have the wire going underneath to here. All right, connection to here. Wire going underneath to here. Connection there. And then this one's gonna come back to here. When we get back to here, it'll be our home run. And then you can see the guys that are working here, and we're going down there, the one Tom's on, and then he's gonna be working to this one, which is the one Derek's getting ready to do now. Okay, and then do this one, and then we'll hook the hub up here, and when we hook the hub up, we'll check our voltages on the left, on the far right, and in the middle, make sure we're balanced. And then, okay, so we're done. Finished product. This is what we look like. We've got one at every here, here, there. That one's still got the cap off because we were checking voltage. And then we've got them here and here, and we're good to go. That's what they look like, clean. Tape connections.